Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, and how we're going to fix both of them together. The content that I'm about to show you, it's going to be interesting. There's a civil war starting in the Democrats, something that we've been talking about on this channel for 2 and 3 years. You know how all the far left policies kind of dominated the Democrats, ate the entire Democratic Party. Well, now the centrists are pissed, and they're coming out hard. The stuff that I'm about to show you is going to make you smile a little bit, I promise you, because I guarantee you this is going to escalate further. Everything's going to be linked in the description box below. Can't wait to hear what you guys think. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell. We are spreading freedom from coast to coast and border to border. And thank you in advance for that consideration for jumping on the freedom train, because it is leaving the station. All right, guys, so this content was made possible by our sponsor, returning sponsor, SDI, Sonoran Desert Institute. Now, Sonoran Desert Institute offers online courses to turn your hobby that you love, like upgrading guns and modifying your guns, into a career. You can do it from the comfort of your own home. Everything is shipped directly to you. You can do things like gunsmithing, woodworking, ballistics, shooting sports management, drone courses. Guys, there's something for everybody. There's a link in the description box below. You owe it to yourself. Just check it out. What is possible? You never know until you give it a peep. So it's right down there. And thank you to them for making this content possible. All right, guys, listen. One of the beautiful things about what we do on this channel that I love, and I think you guys do as well, you can let me know in the comments, is we merge the Second Amendment and the politics broad because they are completely linked. Everything that happens in politics broad directly relates and correlates over to the Second Amendment. For example, when the Democrats are in a full-on civil war, they don't have a lot of time to focus on taking our Second Amendment rights, so therefore we can take the football and run the play. That's exactly what we're going to do over the next several years. You're watching it in real time as we affect our influence, or excuse me, inflict our influence on the Senate Majority Leader decision right now. But let me show you what's happening, because this is really crucial. And Chris Murphy, Mr. Gun Control, comes out and just says the quiet part out loud in a second. I can't wait to show you. But let's start off with some wow. This should get your attention.
Is looking for. That is my question. I'll start with you.
Joe Biden has been a phenomenal president. He's lived up to so many of the promises he's made. There's one promise left that he could fulfill, being a transitional figure. He could resign the presidency in the next 30 days, make Kamala Harris the president of the United States.
Whoa.
He would absolve her from being able to from having to oversee the January 6th transition, right, of her own defeat.
Okay, just so we're on the same planet right now. They want Kamala Harris to have some sort of victory so bad so they can say she's the first woman president, so she can say she's the first African-American female president, so bad that they're willing to throw Biden under the bus immediately for the last 30 days of his presidency just so they can give it to her out of charity, so she can be the first. Guys, this broke them. They are broken. Even Dana Bash, who is literally a partisan hack for the left, goes, whoa. Okay. You heard the Republicans say it too. But anyway, let's keep going.
And it would make sure that it would dominate the news at a point where Democrats have to learn drama and transparency and doing things that the public want to see is the time. This is the moment for us to change the entire perspective of how Democrats
Okay, this has now jumped from an internet meme to a Sunday morning show.
Jamal's out here right now.
Congratulations.
Season of House.
Congratulations. It's gone from a meme to you saying it on national TV on a Sunday show. Even Dana Bash is mocking these people. Okay, it's a cold day in hell. Anyway, let's go over to the next one, because this is where Chris Murphy, this is Mr. Gun Control in the Senate. There's not a thing about this guy that I like. However, when he throws the Democrats under the bus in a visceral fashion, I'm going to play it for you, and then we're going to get how it all ties together. Hey, bear with me. This is important.
So Tuesday was a cataclysm. Let's not kid ourselves.
Cataclysm.
An electoral map wipeout. In the Senate, our effective ceiling for Democrats is now 52 seats. The ceiling for Republicans is 62 seats. That's unacceptable. And, well, nobody has all the answers right now. I certainly don't. What I think is most important is that we not kid ourselves. This is not a moment for small changes or reforms. This is a moment for a fundamental rebuild of the left.
Okay, hold on a second. This is really, really crucial. Chris Murphy is one of the leaders in the Senate. This guy is Mr. Gun Control. I call him that for a reason. Anything and everything is a reason to push a gun control bill. Whether it's taking veterans' gun rights away, whether it's doing the Violence Against Women Act, whether it's taking assault weapons ban, whether it's talking during tragedies, whether it's doing mag bans, anything and everything. This guy is owned by Everytown for gun safety, okay? That's this guy's whole shtick. That's his whole thing, all right? For him to say there needs to be a fundamental rebuild on the left, that means every bit of their platform failed. That's including gun control. I bet you want that bipartisan Senate Safer Communities Act back now, don't you? Also, John Cornyn, bet he wants that back too. This is coming back to bite them because their extreme left policies, their progressive policies, are not accepted by the population. Hence why Chris Murphy, a safe blue Democrat from Connecticut, says, yeah, we got to do a whole rebuild. Oh. Okay, I guess all your propaganda didn't work. Let's keep going, because there's some more at the end of this little segment.
A couple decades ago, we could win races in Missouri and Florida and Ohio. Today, we get clobbered in all of those states. That's unsustainable for us and for this country.
So they used to be competitive and now they're clobbered. So let's say, do you think it's the population that moved, or do you think it's, I don't know, maybe the political party that got absorbed by the far left? Okay. Now we've shown you the far left, and we've shown you the person who's trying to appeal to the center. Now I'm going to show you what the centrists and the Democrats are saying against the far left, because this is where it gets really direct, all right? Centrist Dems turn on far left after the election. Identity politics is absolutely killing us. You mean blaming somebody on the color of their skin and calling everyone else racist while you're deeming basically value based off of people's immutable characteristics? You mean that's racist? Oh, that's a shame. No one likes that? Weird. All right, so before I get into the actual highlighted points, let me show you what this guy said. Now, this is a centrist Democrat. It's his position here. Watch this.
Keep in mind that Donald Trump's gains among Latinos long predates the 2024 election. He made gains among Latinos in places like the Bronx back in 2020 during the public backlash against defund the police, and he built on those gains decisively in the 2024 election. If you were speaking to the far left, then you could be forgiven for thinking that defund the police is a popular movement in America. But if you're speaking to working class people of color, then you would realize that there was never a mass constituency for a movement like defund the police. And so we should be taking positions that are in line with the majority of Americans. Now, I want to be crystal clear. The majority of Democrats never endorsed a movement like defund the police.
Yeah, I was going to say, wasn't that largely kind of abandoned by the Democratic Party? I mean,
Okay, before I let Chris Acosta keep on defending his Democratic ideals, you have to understand what's happening right now. The defund the police movement was run by the far left. The Democrats got caught up in it. It's 100% true. You know what else happened? More people bought guns than have ever bought on record before. More minorities bought guns than have ever been on record before. More women bought guns than ever before. The first time largest demographics of gun buying was women and minorities. That directly cut into the Democrats' core demographics. Their actions of the far left, which is what we talked about for 2 and 3 years on this channel, it's going to backfire. It just backfired in spectacular fashion. That's what he's talking about. Now, Jim Acosta is going to say, no, you're wrong, because far left is awesome. Watch.
you know, I wonder if that's maybe an unfair criticism on your part, Congressman.
I don't think so, because the far left has a outsized microphone and therefore has an outsized impact in shaping the perception of the Democratic Party.
Yep. An outsized perception on shaping the Democratic Party because they are given a larger microphone by Jim Acosta and the CNN and MSNBC and all that. This is a whole problem with the media and the Democrats. Now, let me show you this because this, guys, we're always over the target. This is happening. Centrist Democrats are slamming their far-left colleagues following Election Day, arguing that their emphasis on identity politics and other issues handed huge victories to the GOP. Representative Richie Torres, the guy you just saw, Democrat in New York, argued the president-elect Trump has no greater friend than the far left. Like-minded Democrats say racial politics and anti-police rhetoric and gender hysteria are alienating millions of voters. No, stop it. Are you serious? Weird. Who wouldn't want that? Anyway, let's continue. The working class is not buying the ivory-towered nonsense that the far left is selling. Guys, they are turning. The middle is trying to reclaim power from the far left. I'm telling you it's happening. Longtime Democratic strategist James Carville, that's the bald guy from Louisiana, Put more bluntly in a Sunday interview with the New York Times, calling defund the police the 3 stupidest words in the English language. We could never wash off the stench of it, he said. Do you see what's happening? While they are fighting out this war between the far left progressive, the Bernie Sanders, the AOCs, the Chris Murphys, and the centrist, all the other people who are in the middle, you're going to see an opportunity open up for the Republicans and the conservatives to drive our rights so much further because they're over here fighting themselves. The people who figure this out first are the ones who are going to be the leaders of the party. The people who do not figure it out and miss it and go, well, I'm going to go to my tea time and my amazing little brunch afterwards. You're going to be kicked out because this is a perfect opportunity. Let's continue. One centrist House Democrat complained to Axios on Monday that the identity politics stuff is absolutely killing us. Who'd have thought? Senator Chris Murphy, Democrat Connecticut, argued on Sunday that Democrats are out of touch with the crisis of meaning and purpose fueling MAGA. They are out of touch. Understand, guys, I think that's all the ones I highlighted. That's the whole point. I'm going to go right up here because it's just a good little head point. Back to me, whatever. Legitimately, there's a civil war that's brewing in the Democrats. You have an opportunity, unlike you've ever had before, to nail this to the wall. Push our rights further. Get the Republicans into gear by staying on their butts with your phone calls and your emails. You have an opportunity where your opposition of freedom, the party that is literally fighting itself, is leaving the door wide open. Run with it. Run through the opening. Linemen have it open. There's the hole. Let's go, baby. Touchdown. Literally, it's right there, guys. It's in your hand. Just take it. And that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are they at war? Are they not at war? Are they starting at war? Are we just in cold little isolated battles? Let me know. I'll see you on the next one.